It's a beautiful day in January. We're headed up to Peach Country Landscape Supply to pick up some compost. We're gonna drop it in the back of the truck and use it to fill our boxes at the top of the hill so we can grow potatoes this year. Into Glassboro, and we're coming up on Peach Country.
They have a trademark. They bury trucks in the
mulch.
Yeah, I think I overshot it. Yeah, I did. I'll turn around. They sell tractors too, which we don't need. I will turn around in here. Okay, I've never been in here. See if we could just sneak through.
Probably not.
Oh, yes we can.
I don't think you're gonna make it. Ooh, nice rock.
Nice what?
Rock.
Oh, yeah.
They had like a little display.
I don't know.
Look at that. Beautiful mulch. They got brown, they got orange. They got
black licorice to my left.
Oh, yeah. Looks like hardwood mulch. That's good to know. Look at those massive tree cuts.
So, ooh, it looks like they sell sugar sand and bar sand and some other sand in between.
Some rock.
Gray gravel, all sorts of stuff.
This is like a wonderland.
Yeah, that's what I wonder.
Scott's just driving around. They're probably looking out the window thinking, what is this guy doing?
Oh, yeah. Looks like you can buy salt here, too. If I need assistance. Well, alright, well, we're giving you the 10-cent tour of Peach Country, and then...
Look, they got straw.
Are you kidding me?
Well, it's probably for jobs, you know.
I gotcha.
I don't think they sell it.
There we go. Here's that. Oh yeah. I like your idea better than mine. Kind of wish this thing had a limited slip differential with all the stuff I'm driving through. It's got the tires, the savior of this thing. They're good grip. We gotta fix this door. It's embarrassing that I can't get out of this truck and act like a normal person.
I think you're gonna have to go into the building.
Yeah.
And say, hey, I'm here to pick up and pay.
I'm here to speak phonetically.
And then they will tell you where to go.
I think they will. A lot of people tell me where to go. just get out like it's no big deal.
Oh my.
Thank you. Here, what 1 ton was enough.
Yeah.
She squatted down. Okay. Thank you. Oh, that was pretty cool. All right. Oh well. Yeah, so we're putting it into a truck where this door quit working a couple weeks ago. And so I'll have to take the panel off and fix it. That'll be on Falling Down Garage when that happens. Alrighty.
Alrighty. And we're headed back home where we're gonna have to unload this.
Yes, indeedy.
Alright, so this is what a cubic yard
Yeah, right.
of topsoil.
Ton, actually 1 ton.
Oh, it's 1 ton of
Yeah, so it's about the same. It's
mushroom soil and topsoil and compost. It smells wonderful.
delicious.
It smells like dirt. I love the smell of dirt. Yeah. So we're gonna have to dig this out and load up the wheelbarrow and fill our boxes. It's a lot of work. It's a ton of work.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
For we're gonna grow potatoes, sweet potatoes, and my favorite wildflower, the Jerusalem artichoke, which grows along roadways in southern New Jersey. It grows in the ugliest places and they're the prettiest flowers. And until I was with Mom, I didn't know that they're edible at their base. They have tubers.
We should dig some up and cook them.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to buy some more this year to start the new bed, but
Okay.
all right, we'll be back. So now that we've picked up our topsoil, I'm gonna get ready to get these boxes prepped. So I'm gonna have to unload the sticks that I have. We're gonna layer the bottom with some large rotted timbers. You can see them here. And then we'll be able to fill the rest of the way up with the topsoil mushroom compost. And that way they'll be ready for planting in the spring. Okay, so I've cleared out the sticks and I've laid a nice layer of the decomposing logs. So they're filling up approximately 10 inches, I would say. About 10 inches around the bottom. You can see they're these big chunky things. They're really, you know, falling apart. They're very brittle. But they're gonna act as like a filler. They'll also retain moisture, and as they break down in the garden bed, they're gonna supply us with nutrients. So the next step will be, we'll start to layer in that topsoil mushroom compost. And we'll fill the beds up and they'll be ready for planting in the spring. I may put a layer of straw over the top just to hold in moisture and to suppress any weeds. So that's step one. Oh, we got dogs. We got dogs.
Scent of the predators.
Yes.
Something like that.
Hey, sweetie. Hey, Jakey.
My meeting's at 2 now.
It's very windy out here today.
Yeah, I noticed.
Very, very windy.
Well, watch yourself with public enemy number 1 there.
Yeah, I know. I am. But you can see I removed these 2 bags of sticks.
Yeah.
They're the ones I'm hoping to chip
Okay.
if I can.
We'll get it working.
I need another bag for those, but I got the logs in the bottom.
Okay.
So they're
All right,
ready.
so these are ready for straw next?
No, dirt.
Oh, I thought it was stick, straw, dirt.
Well, I mean, we could put straw, but
That's how you said it like 10 times a couple days ago.
well, I was thinking it would fill in the chinks in the wood.
You want to do thin dirt, then straw, then dirt?
Well, I do have a bag of spent straw from the strawberries down in the yard. I could pull that up and layer that in.
Just
something to fill in the gaps.
After the meeting, I'll be prepared to help you.
Yeah, okay. There they go. Just be careful.
Yeah. That clay is saturated.
Yeah, it's very slippery. So that's another danger up here in the garden. It's a warm day, so the top like 2 inches of the soil is starting to defrost, but it's exposing clay, and you can see how much clay we got here. Scott just slipped in it. But clay is very slippery when wet, which is why I can't work on the hillside when we have within 2 or 3 days of it raining, because literally I have been on my hands and knees and been sliding down the hill. So it's kind of like, yeah, clay holds on to water. It's very dangerous, and walking on it in this condition just compacts it. So yeah, so we're ready for the next step. And I think I am going to take his suggestion. I had talked about putting a thin layer of straw over these logs, because they'll again act as a sponge to hold the moisture in the boxes. Because they're elevated, they're liable to dry out a lot faster. But we want to keep the beds moist so that the potatoes or whatever vegetables we're going to plant, you know, don't dry out faster than the garden around it. But yeah, I do have a bag of straw that I pulled off the dahlia bed, and I wasn't really sure where I was going to use it. I was just going to kind of throw it on top of the garden somewhere, but I think we'll use it up here. I think it'll be just what we need to fill in the cracks in those logs, and then it'll help our soil. We should be watering in between the layers to like help the soil settle, but I figure, you know, we still have a good portion of the winter to go, at least 2 or 3 months. It's going to settle. I don't have a problem with that. The more the dirt settles, the lower the volume will be, and that's okay, because our intended crop of potatoes, they do best in a situation where you mound the dirt up 2 or 3 times during the growing season to stimulate root growth and potato production, but it also keeps the potatoes from reaching sunlight, which can, I won't say damage them, but when they're exposed to sunlight, they get sunburned and they turn green. If you've ever seen a green spot on your potato, but the green potatoes aren't edible. So you want to keep them in the dark as much as possible. So yeah, we're gonna probably fill this up within 2 to 3 inches. Now, I expect it to settle at least 4 or 5 inches over the next couple months. And if we run into a situation where we don't have enough room or height to mound the potatoes, what I might do, and we'll have to see where we're at when the time comes, but I might take some of this fencing, you know, the welded wire fence that we have around the garden here. I could always put a little wrap around the box along the edges to extend height, and then I can mound with straw, and that way it'll give us the extra height we're gonna need if we run into that situation. I originally wanted to grow potatoes in towers. I don't know if you've seen that, where you use the wire fencing to make like a cylinder about 1.5 feet across, and then you would line the edge with straw and fill it with dirt and put a layer of potatoes, and then you add more straw and more dirt and more potatoes, and they grow vertically. And I have a lot of seed potatoes, so we may find ourselves doing that. I may end up putting little potato towers anywhere I've got space. Just especially with sweet potatoes, because they're an indeterminate type of potato, meaning they don't have a determined height. So they'll just keep going as long as we mound the dirt. So I may end up doing sweet potatoes in the potato towers and doing the white potatoes in the boxes, since they only get about 1.5 feet tall. So we'll have to see. I mean, it's an experiment. It'll be fun to see which grows better, a potato tower versus the box. And you know, in the end, would I do these boxes again? No. When we picked the boxes up, it was with the thought that maybe we'd use them as raised beds on the entire top of the hill. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna weather well. They're already 3 years old and they're looking pretty rough. But I think they still have another 3 or 4 years left in them. I don't think I'll replace them though.
All right, we're back. So this is considered to be a classic vehicle. We have it insured on classic car insurance. You have to be over 25 to drive it. You have to have an insured vehicle that's on normal insurance, available as a daily driver. You can only drive this for, you know, pleasure. But I told them I'll be using it as a truck, and my insurance carrier took, you know, they covered it without any BS. They just wanted pictures of all 4 sides, and I'm able to keep this thing on the road for about $500 a year, including registration. I use it once a week roughly, sometimes less, sometimes twice, but we're able to use it for her garden. I use it occasionally to pick up building materials for that project, and it's a pretty great deal, and it doesn't hurt the budget. So if you have the space for a second vehicle, look on Marketplace or other options and find yourself a reliable classic truck, and you know, you can use it for years if you take care of it and buy the right one. And they're a lot less aggravating than a trailer. Trailers can be tough to drive. I have a trailer too, and I wish I just bought this truck first. All right, we're gonna take this around the corner, get up on the hill, start unloading. I'll beat up their grass. I'm sorry. All right, so we're gonna move things around here, and she's got these things, these prepared. I think she has some beat up straw she's gonna put in first because of the smaller, not granules, blades, whatever you would call them. They'll fill in the holes. So we need the straw first, right? Okay. So we're gonna get that in here, and then I'll play loader boy and then bring stuff over to you. So one of these will be sweet potatoes, one will be regular potatoes.
Well, I've been rethinking that.
Uh-oh.
I was thinking of doing them both white potatoes and doing sweet potatoes in a tower.
Okay.
Because they are indeterminate.
Yeah, that they can't decide whether they're potatoes or, I don't know, I forget what the indeterminate thing. I know it means something, I just don't understand it yet. Okay, so we're gonna get moving. Sorry for knocking you over there. So here's what it looks like midstream. This is the second third we're doing. And we got these boxes from someone on Marketplace. They were like 20 a piece 2 years ago. They're pretty beat up. They were nice when we got them. And we just never got around to using them.
Okay, so we've moved about 3 wheelbarrows of soil and compost. They're looking really good, but you can see here that like when I jab it with my shovel, it's settling down. And I fully expect that probably over the next month and a half to 2 months, it's really gonna settle at least 5 or 6 inches. And that'll be great. It'll be the perfect height to plant the potatoes and allow us to mound a little. So we will hold some soil back on the side. But it's gonna be a really nice bed for our potato guys. Nice, loose, crumbly soil, rich in organic matter. You can see all the manure. So this will slowly break down. If they don't do good here, they won't do good anywhere. Now, we did buy a little over a ton of the mushroom soil, topsoil, compost mix. I think so far we've used about 1/3 of it. We're probably gonna, well, maybe not 1/3, maybe 1/4. We're gonna put at least another 1/4 down into that cement box we have, where we're gonna grow some Jerusalem artichokes. And then whatever's left over, we'll sprinkle on the garden. We talked about doing that last year. I just couldn't see spending the money when we had soil. But I do think the garden could benefit from enriched materials, so it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. That's cool. Right here. Can we get a second wheelbarrow? It sounded like a Grizzly Adams like over top the hop. Like, oh, check it out. Sure it is. He's getting chased out of the territory by a vulture. Oh, look at him diving. Nice.
It really is.
Wow. That was pretty cool. Our viewers
I think this is enough.
Pardon?
I think this might be enough.
Yeah, let me put the shovel in. Here, use this to smooth it out. This flat edge. I like being outside. I should do it more often. Yeah, I don't know why I quit. Oh yeah, I needed to make a living.
Do it a little more?
Yeah, I do. Here, well, right there. Physician, heal thyself, or something like that. You know, in our basement, we have some missing garden tools. We have a thatch rake. We have a hoe. Just so you know, I'll have to bring this up. They're not doing any yard work in the basement. I didn't even know we owned a hoe.
I think I brought it from my mom.
You must have. It looks like it's decent too.
I have an old-fashioned pitchfork.
Yeah, we have a lot of pitchforks.
By the shed. I haven't seen it since we bought it.
No, we have a couple pitchforks. In fact, we have.
This is an antique one.
Yeah, I know where it is. I think it's in the garage.
All right.
From your mom. Yeah.
No, it was an antique pitchfork. I think I.
Oh, we found it here.
Did we find it?
Yeah, I think so. And then we have like stuff for hooking up oxen, and which will come in real handy. Not real handy. Oh, come with it's handier than the chipper. There's not much in life that is not handier than that chipper. That chipper chips less than Chipper Jones chips.
gonna squirrel away some extra soil so that we have something to mound the potatoes with. I fully expect that these boxes will settle over the next month or two, and we may find that we have to top them off, but more than likely they'll be perfect for the potatoes, and then we'll just add as we mound. We figured it took 3 wheelbarrows to fill both boxes, so we're gonna squirrel away 2 wheelbarrows. That way we've got plenty to work with. And of course, at the end of the season, we can always spread it amongst the garden, or as we take over more of these beds. You know, hopefully all this will get moved out and we'll have plenty of grow space. I've saved that edge for last. I think because of the fence and the fact that it gets shaded most of the day, it would be ideal for like some really pretty like hydrangea bushes and shade vegetables like broccoli, what do you call them, Brussels sprouts, things that can grow in shade.
All right, here's load number 2. Mom never hits stop. No. Ah. Oh boy. All right, so we're gonna put one more shovel load. We're wheelbarrow load, and then we're gonna segue to spreading some here, and then down behind the trailer, the remainder is gonna go in there. We'll wipe out the truck at that point. I see geese flying north. That's an amazing sign. This late in January. Maybe we're running out of winter already. I could be okay with that. So here's where we are. Probably 40% of the load is left, maybe a little less. All right, so this is our last wheelbarrow full of you know, set aside soil. The rest is going to go into our concrete box down in the driveway. So I'll drive the truck back around to the front, put it in our driveway.
In the meantime, I went ahead and laid about a 2-inch thick layer of straw down.
This looks like the old stuff again.
Yeah, this is the old straw that came off the dahlia bed. We made an impromptu dahlia bed down in the driveway area just because I had nowhere to plant, and it was kind of like in the little triangle, and then at the end of the season I dug up the bulbs, or the tubers. So I dug up the tubers and then raked up the straw. I figured I could use it as weed suppression. Waste not, want not. And we thought we were gonna have a lot more soil to spread on the garden, and we really don't. I think we're gonna take the remainder, as he said, down to fill that concrete box. And this wasn't as bad as I thought it would be in terms of, you know, moving. But a cubic yard is not bad. I'm used to thinking of 3 cubic yards when I buy a mulch, which can really be a lot of work. So I'm thinking possibly of getting just a straight load of mushroom soil and compost mixed without the topsoil to spread on the garden. And I think, again, another ton of that, which would be 1 cubic yard roughly, is probably going to be the answer to beefing up our soil and giving us some nutrients. You know, last year was the first year of the garden. We had no idea what our soil was going to do. We know that it had been green acres for a very long time, and we kind of were hopeful that the soil would be rich, but you know, it's hard to say whether or not that was true.
Here's our last mission for the day. This thing's always been an enigma to us. It's half falling. See that gap with the bricks there? That's it's falling off the hill. Don't ask. I'll get to fixing it someday, but it's not going to be this year. So anyways, we're going to use it to grow tubers of some variety, probably the Jerusalem artichokes. So what we're gonna do is take the remnants of the dirt inside the pickup truck and garden soil, and we're gonna spread it in here just to clear out the bed of the truck. I will probably buy more of it on Saturday morning when she's off again. So we're gonna fill this up. I'm probably gonna just put it in this green garbage can with the wheels. I don't feel like bringing the wheelbarrow down. It's kind of heavy and cumbersome. So, all right, we'll be right back. So we're back. Let me get a light out. Do I have a battery on this bad boy? It doesn't appear to be. Here we go. All right. So here's what we're dealing with. And the joys of a bed liner, you would never believe how much stuff can get stuck in those little valleys. So I'm gonna get a push broom and try to work it towards the back and then get it out of there. So, always fun. It's nothing to whine about. It's a wonderful problem to have. All right, I'm gonna hand you to Mom. So I'm cleaning out this bed and she's asking me, I talked her in, if you wanna say that. We're gonna, on Saturday, a couple days from now, we're gonna go and get mushroom soil mixed with compost to amend the garden up on the hill.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the mushroom soil is gonna have like that, like myco whatever, you know, the mushroom spores and stuff in it. We might actually get some mushrooms out of it, you know what I'm saying? Like if the spores are in the soil, they might actually grow mushrooms and it'll be a nice like plus. But yeah, we definitely got a lot of clay up there. We got bowls, we've got all kinds of stuff going on, and we don't know what that plot of land originally was. We do know for the last 50 years that it's been basically woodland. You'd expect the soil to be rich, and it really isn't that rich. So I think an injection of compost would really help the garden for the growing season coming. And yeah, so this is the time to do it. It's winter. It won't interfere with the spring planting. And I will say this too, we did the lasagna method. Things didn't break down as fast as I expected it to. And last year when I transplanted a lot of the seedlings in, I had 2-3 inches of straw and leaf mulch, but no real soil. I had to dig down like 5 inches to get to the soil. And I think that might have slowed the plants down in their germination. So having some nice rich topsoil to plant the seeds into may be very helpful. All right, well, thanks for watching us along this project, and stay tuned this spring, see if our hard work paid off.
Like and subscribe for more. And seriously, thank you for watching.